as they go head-to-head in this 3-day event. Last year's Garland Canada International Chef Challenge winner Darren Rogers will be back in Charlottetown to defend his title. Rogers also competed in Top Chef Canada in 2018. He is the chef de cuisine at the Parks restaurant in Montreal. Matthew Sullivan knows all about high-stakes cooking competition as a winner of Chopped Canada. He is chef at MSLE Restaurant in Toronto. Nick Chindamo, chef at the Inn at Bay Fortune in Fortune PEI, is just off a win at the 2019 Restaurants Canada Garland Chefs Competition. He is obviously in prime form. Robin Almodovar has wins at Chopped and Cutthroat Kitchen and has been a finalist on Hell's Kitchen. Her catering company and food truck in Wilton Manors, Florida is called Palette Party. Juan Pedroza is chef at the Lolita Cucina and Tequila Bar in Boston. He has twice been a James Beard Rising Star semi-finalist, and Boston Magazine named him Best Up-and-Coming Chef in 2017. David Viana comes to the Shellfish Festival from Heirloom Kitchen in Old Bridge, New Jersey. Recently a contestant in Top Chef Kentucky, Viana has been nominated for a James Beard Award for Best Chef Mid-Atlantic. Alex Lira comes to PEI from his restaurant Estado in Charleston, South Carolina. He has been a James Beard semifinalist and South Carolina's best young chef. Ryan THIBODEAU is currently sous chef at Restaurants Park and Lavenderia in Montreal. He has hands-on experience with shellfish from both coasts, having worked at both Vancouver's Blue Water Cafe and PEI's Inn at Bay Fortune. Daniel Kim comes to PEI all the way from Canada's West Coast. Currently at the Boulevard Kitchen and Oyster Bar in Vancouver, Daniel is the winner of the 2018 Hawksworth Young Scholarship Award. Alex FITZGERALD developed a solid understanding of East Coast shellfish during his training at the Culinary Institute of Canada and is confidently creating original fish dishes at his current location at Mallard Cottage in Newfoundland. Chef Christine Hazel from North Shore Bar and Kitchen in Wildwood, New Jersey is a Chopped champion from the Food Network and a Hell's Kitchen alumni where she worked with Gordon Ramsay. Born into a fourth-generation lobster fishing family and launching PEI, Jesse MacDonald had no aspirations of becoming a chef. But his interest in all things land and sea led him to 15 years behind the line in 3 provinces and 2 continents. Now Chef Jesse has returned home to his culinary roots on the island. His distinct style of eclectic PEI cuisine is steeped in our heritage, continuing to earn this young chef provincial and national accolades. Tickets on sale now. Check out all the action September 19th to 22nd, 2019.
And we're back.
We are. Hey, round 2.
Round 2, ladies
I'm ready,
and
psyched up. What about you?
I am as well. How many of you folks were not here for the first round? Jumpins'. Now we got to start all over again.
All right, so here's what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. The reserve section in the front here are the other chefs that already have competed. 6 of them already gone through the competition. So that's round 1. Round 2 is happening right now. So each chef will be given, we'll count them down, okay? And they'll have 5 minutes to go grocery shopping. More or less the pantry's over there. And that's where all the accessories, everything that they need in order to get their dish. They'll have 5 minutes, and from there, they get 45-minute countdown. They got 45 minutes to produce 4 plates. 1, a beauty plate for the photos in the back. 3, for our esteemed judges that are sitting there very patiently. Have done a fantastic job so far, tasting the first 6 dish. The hard part about this is the top 6 out of 12 will make it to tomorrow's semifinal.
Exactly. So there's another heat, exactly the same as today. 45 minutes is what they're going to get to prepare their dishes for the judges, and that'll be whittled down to 2.
And the 2 of them will then compete on Sunday for the chance to win the big prize of
$10,000. See, we rehearsed that part.
It's not bad. Hey, what do you think?
14 years, we got that one nailed.
Woo! And of course, we need this audience to really help these chefs on, right?
Yeah, the energy from the crowd. I mean, these chefs are back here. They got their headphones going. They're getting psyched up. They're kind of getting into the spirit. This guy's barking at me right now.
He is. He's barking at me. And you know what? I found all kinds of new people, too. We'll get to that in a minute. But ladies and gentlemen, are you excited to be here? I mean, let's face it, it's Friday afternoon in sunny Prince Edward Island, and we're competing for
$10,000.
His voice is much deeper than mine, so get lost.
So Chef Alain is going to head back and quickly introduce the judges.
I will.
And while he's getting set to do that, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank each and every one of you for showing up, buying tickets, and coming and helping support this, the 24th anniversary of the PEI Shellfish Festival and the 14th year for the Garland Canada International Festival. Chef Alain, let's meet the beautiful ladies
Thank you,
that
Rob.
are judging today's
Ladies and
competition.
gentlemen, a lot of pressure here at this table. Obviously, the judges will receive a plate from the competitors and will be tasting everything. They can't show too much of their facial emotions. They can't go, I don't know about that. Oh, this is too salty. This is that. They got to stay cool as cucumbers. And so far, it's going great, ladies. Hey, so far we've had a great couple hours. And let's see. Chef Latoya, sorry. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am Chef Latoya Fagan and from Toronto.
Quick, that was great.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I wasn't supposed to ask you that question. I'm supposed to just introduce you at this point, so I apologize. And of course, judge number 2 is Madame Marie.
Hello there. I'm a food critic from Toronto, and I also went to culinary school at George Brown.
And of course, chef number 3, none other than Chef. Drum roll, please. Of course, give it up. House royalty, if you want to call it, Lynn Crawford.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Rob.
All right, Chef Alain. So,
I recovered
ladies
as
and
best
gentlemen,
as I could, though.
What?
I recovered as best as I could.
Yeah, well,
All right,
that's
all right.
all you can do when you're working with us two, right? That's
Hey,
it.
we're
Hey, listen,
ready.
I blew it the first heat, so I'm glad you're taking over this heat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the monitors, and we're going to play a quick video from the truck, and let's meet our first competitor.
My name is Jesse McDonald, and I'm the executive chef at Rod Crowbush Golf and Beach Resort here on PEI. If I won the 10 grand, I'd like to say that I'd go on a food vacation or spend it at my buddy Adam's shop at the Cook's Edge, but in the market for a house for me and my girlfriend Chantel, so obviously if I won the grand prize, that would be going right toward a down payment to find a house here on the island.
Nice.
Oh, that's great.
Nice. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to have him back at the Garland Canada competition, Chef Jesse McDonald. And Chef Jesse, last year, there's a competition, ladies and gentlemen. Just, how many folks are not from PEI? And I'll wrap this up real quickly. So, everybody, geez, thanks for coming and deepening the gene pool. This is awesome. Okay, so what's happening here is on PEI every spring we run a Best to See competition. So every restaurant from around the province participates. Last year's winner, ladies and gentlemen, right here, Chef Jesse McDonald from the Rod Crowbush. Jesse, so you won Best to See last year, and this year you won another award in that competition because there's various categories. So what did you win this year?
So this year, Best to See, I was able to take home first place in the appetizer side of the competition, as well as second in the entree for first overall for Best to See again this year in 2019.
Awesome, back-to-back years. And you know, we have a lot of talented chefs that are here competing, but we have a lot of talented chefs from right here in PEI that do some amazing and wonderful and creative things. And we have Chef Irwin right here, Canadian Chef of the Year. Absolutely, Chef Irwin, a brilliant ambassador for Prince Edward Island and all that he does, and the folks at Papa Joe's. And if any of you folks have gone to the Fall Flavor Signature events, it's because of Chef Irwin and his team that those are executed and pulled off the way they are. So hats off to you, Chef.
Good choice.
So, Jesse, now it cut out because I had someone talking to me here, and I'm not smart enough to deal with two things going at once. And I'm allergic to wasps, so if I take off here, people, you know what's happening. So, what are you going to do with the money now if you win it?
So yeah, I mean, I'd like to say that I'm going to, go on a food vacation or do something really super cool with it. But the reality is, pretty aggressive housing market here on the island lately, and looking to settle down with my girlfriend Chantel, as I mentioned. So this would go right on a down payment for a home here on the island.
Well, I've got a nice little house in East Royalty that we'll talk after. Discount, nice cheap. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Shopping?
So what we're going to do is we need everybody, Chef Alain. So,
All right,
here's
ladies
what we're
and
going to
gentlemen.
do. My side's going to be better than your side. You get that side.
No way. Ain't gonna happen. I'm taking
Which side is louder? Okay, I got this half right over here.
that gentleman right there. He's gonna be my star. I could tell.
I'm right
Right there.
from the guy who's training to be Santa Claus right here with the beautiful beard. I
Okay.
aspire to be that.
All right.
I
well,
got a baby beard.
I'm gonna go from that side then.
Okay, so let's see how
All right.
loud your side can be.
You guys let me down. It's gonna be hell to pay. Are you ready? One. Hey, I got Jack Nicholson with me. Hey, we're all set, man. We're all set. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you ready for this? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, buddy, you're in
See,
for
but I
trouble.
got chefs, and they've been drinking all afternoon. All right, so from Santa right to the wall. All right, let's hear it. Everybody, 1, 2, 3.
All right, that is
All right.
enthusiasm.
This
I
crowd
love it.
is ready. So
We're
let's
ready.
count them down to shop, ladies and gentlemen, in 10,
9.
8, 7, 5. My side's winning. 2, 1. Chef Jesse, you can shop. Ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention to the monitor, and Rob's going to play another video.
Hey guys, my name is Robin Amadova. I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm the executive chef at Impulsive Restaurant Group based out of New York City. If I won the 10 Gs, I'm going to go to Europe for 2 months and go backpacking. Lead the States. Peace out, Cub Scouts.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, without a doubt, this next chef was the most energetic, the most vocal through that first competition. You were the best cheerleader out there, and you're going to get a very special award. We're going to find you a dance bar with house music tonight. It could just be my basement and you're babysitting 4 kids, but whatever, you're going to have a good time. I love the toys. All right, I rock it, Lego.
What I love is that she got a big, huge smile at a serious Jesse. Like she went over, I said, he's way too serious. Why don't you grab his ass? And she went over and she looked at him and she went, oh, no, better not. He's too big. Hey, she chickened out on me.
Saving it. Saving herself for marriage. See, that's what it is. All right, so you are from Florida originally? No. Or now? Oh, you're from New York originally. You live in Florida. I've got half notes here. It's good. It's good. It's perfect. Not your fault. It's mine. I should have done some research. Don't blame her. Don't blame her. She's new here. She's new. She's our guest. All right, so you're living in Florida now, and you're enjoying it. It's hot. It's hot. Okay, so you're executive chef for Impulsive Group. You were a winner of Chopped and Cutthroat Kitchen, finalist in Hell's Kitchen All-Stars, and you have a food truck. Tell us about the food truck as well.
I started with the food truck 9 years ago, and it was my baby, and now I use it for just catering.
Catering, and it's a lot of fun because you meet some great people when you're doing that.
We have our own little food truck in world, so it's like a different respect. I believe if you could cook on a food truck, you could definitely cook anywhere.
And tell us about your experience now winning Chopped and Cutthroat Kitchen as well. What was the experience like in those environments?
Chopped was a little bit more serious. My contestants, fellow male contestants, doubted my skills.
Don't doubt her skills.
Anyway, so I was a little bit more nervous on that, so I spent the whole time vomiting. But Cutthroat Kitchen was more fun. It was
Hey.
like a lot.
Well, don't throw up here, please.
No, I'm good. I'm Gucci. 8 competitions. This is gravy.
Awesome. So she's got this, ladies and gentlemen. She's got the confidence. So, Chef Alain,
Hey, if she's cooking a truck, she can cook in tent. She's
Either
gonna,
or.
she's
Personality or my dish. So I'm a win.
She's gonna rock the tent, and I love the fact that she is intimidating those boys.
well, do you know what? She's going to
Love
trade in house music for Signal Hill a little later on, and it's going to be amazing. Signal Hill. How many of you folks are excited to see Signal Hill later on tonight? Yes. Yes, this is the largest kitchen party in Atlantic Canada. This festival, as they've deemed it, is culinary by day and kitchen party by night. So, and we're nailing the culinary right now. We're going to have seafood chowder, the potato chowder challenge. It's going to be coming up a little later on, as well as the oyster shucking competition. That's going to be happening later on this evening before we get into the music. So we're about a minute and a half away now, ladies and gentlemen. Once we get to the minute and a half mark, we're going to do the 10-second countdown. From that point, Chef Jesse is going to start cooking, and Chef Robin, she's going to start shopping. and then we're going to meet our next competitor, and that's how we're going to stagger it. So every 5 minutes, they're coming to the judges.
I think it's important, Rob, at this point to tell the audience why we're doing this. I mean, the reason, the purpose of doing this, guys, is to make sure that we don't overwhelm the judges. All of a sudden, we got 10 plates or 6 plates in front of them. It wouldn't be fair. So this way, every 5 minutes or so, we're going to get that plate. The chef's got time to describe their dish properly, and they've got time to taste it properly as well. Because so far, the competition has been fierce. We got 6 plates already done, and
That's right.
they got to keep that in their heads, right? All right, so
we're about a minute away now. So what we have to remember is, they have to remember those plates. They have their scores, their score sheets. They've been making notes for every competitor, right, as they're going down, and that's very important.
And there's also not necessarily any going back, right? Once they've entered their score, this is their score. So the 6 plates that are already done are already tabulated, ready to go, and they're the top 6 so far.
They are the top 6. That's great. So we started with 12. 12 chefs.
12 chefs, 1 island.
3 competitions.
Step by step, right to the finals.
For $10,000.
At the end of the day.
We got it. We're
Sorry,
down.
Rob, we were a little slow on that.
You're going to
one.
hear me on CBC at 3 in the morning with this voice. It's great.
We'll practice on the next round. I apologize.
This voice will get you 3 a.m. radio gigs and top unemployment anywhere. I swear to God.
30 seconds to go.
That's why they call it PEI, Perfect Employment Insurance.
You know
That's
what, though?
PEI stands for.
In all fairness, it's the first time that we've got such amazing weather.
Yes.
Whoa, usually it's either rain or lots on the go. We're 15 seconds to go. You ready, folks? 10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye, Chef Robin. Start cooking, Chef Jesse.
Jesse's cooking and she's shopping.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, turn your attention to the monitors and let's get introduced to our next chef.
Hello, my name is Nick Chindemo. I'm a chef at the Inn Bay Fortune based on Prince Edward Island. What would I do with the $10,000? If you want the honest answer, I buy a van, convert it to a camper, and take the long way to Mexico City.
Wow, the focus on the chef is piercing.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes. Chef Nick is a very unassuming guy.
Cool cucumber.
He really is. You have no idea the talents that are hidden in this massive frame right here.
Massive frame.
No, I'm just joking. But I wasn't joking about the talents part. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great honor to talk to Chef Nick Chindemo. I had the pleasure of being in Toronto in February for the Restaurants Canada show, and hosting a competition much like this in Toronto with all the top chefs from the region. And Chef Nick came away with winning that competition. But not only did he win that competition, part of the focus of that competition, we touched on it earlier, was using everything that's brought to you to reduce the amount of waste, to limit our carbon footprint. We're sourcing everything locally and naturally. And Nick, you had a waste bucket. Every chef has a waste bucket down below where they're cutting up, they're prepping whatever they're going to be using, and they toss the excess in the waste bucket. So Nick's waste bucket, I literally dumped it on my head. There was nothing in it. Absolutely nothing. Zero. He wasted nothing in his dish. And that, coupled with the fact that his dish tasted amazing, it was seasoned beautifully, won him the competition in Toronto in February. So a big hats off to you. Very talented individual. But Nick does some traveling whenever he's not in the kitchens, and he kind of grows himself as a chef and working with natural flavors. But he's also big in foraging. And for those of you, that's getting big right now. So Nick will wander through. If you follow him on Instagram, please do so. He wanders. He wanders along the shores of PEI, through the woods, into the streams, finding edible plants, edible buds, berries. And he brings them back, gathers them, and uses them at the fireside feast at the Inn Bay Fortune. Absolutely amazing, the talent that this guy has. And I see you're going to do a little smoke this year. No. Maybe not? All right. We'll see what you have to do. So, Nick, that's me rambling on because I really became a fan of your work after meeting you in
2 minutes.
For the first time in Toronto. What about PEI makes it so special for you that you keep coming back here?
That's a good question. I think about that every single day. It's so special to me, this island. I developed my culinary identity here. I bring that with me everywhere I go.
And when in the off season, because it's a seasonal operation at the Inner Bay Fortune, where do you like to go? Like, what kind of drives you to go? Do you have a plan, or are you just wherever the wind takes you?
My home base is Northern Ontario. That's where I was born. And that's where I developed my passion for the woods. And yeah, shout out Northern Ontario. Yeah. So I like to go back there right away. Just kind of regroup, get my bearings again, go for a walk in the woods, and then head down Southern Ontario, see my parents, and then from there I just kind of go with it. So last winter I was in Mexico City for a lot of it, and just travel around. That's it.
Nice. Well, we sure are glad that you made your way back to compete in this competition. I'm just going to get a time check from 1 minute. Okay. 15 minutes? 1 minute. One island. How you getting along, Robin? Nice.
One island, 12 chefs.
Yeah, $10,000. All right, so we are coming off the rails early, Nick. Thanks very much for helping us out here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so Chef Nick Chindamo from Ontario, transplanted to PEI. One of the things that Nick said to me, and I'll let him tell you, where would you like the title to stay, Nick?
It's got to stay on the island.
Absolutely. Nick wants to keep it right here. He is now an Islander, so let's count him in at count
15
of
seconds.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
4, 3, 2, 1. That's
Chef
it.
Nick, start shopping. Chef Robin, please start cooking. And Rob, please roll the next video.
My name is Brian THIBODEAU. I'm the sous chef of Park Restaurant in Montreal, Quebec. What would I do with the $10,000? I'd pack my bags and take my girlfriend to Disney World.
Well, I didn't catch that. What's he going to do? Going to Disney World, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, Chef Brian THIBODEAU from Montreal, Quebec, Park Restaurant. Now, Park Restaurant is well represented at this competition. I believe last year's winner of the Garland Canada Chef Challenge was from Park Restaurant. He's right down at the end. We'll meet Darren later. And so, Brian, what's bringing you here to compete against Darren?
Well, I've always wanted to compete in the Shellfish competition. I worked at the Inner Bay Fortune as well with Nick for the past 2 seasons, and I never got down to compete, so I decided just to apply on my own and try and get in. And then when Darren won, it'd be fun to compete against him, obviously, not only as one of my mentors and my chef de cuisine, but also as a really close friend. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
But really, now that's all the niceties, but friendships end in the kitchen. This is a competition. Like, do you really want to pump his tires or you want to crush them?
In a perfect world, we'll see on Sunday, really.
So, now in a perfect world for you, is that head-to-head with him?
That'd be fun, no?
Or head-to-head with Nick?
That's a good question. I think they're both really good cooks, but I mean, I know that all the boys back home and Chef Antonio will be watching if it's Darren and I, that's for sure, and they'll be cheering, and so.
I don't think either one of them are going to make it. Anyway, no, I'm just joking.
The stakes are high.
I'm only serious. No, I really am. So, Brian, what's your experience been like doing the tour? I know Garland Innovation PEI took you folks around to the mussel grounds, to the oyster beds, digging some potatoes. What was that experience like for you?
That experience was as breathtaking as it was the first time I've done all that. Being here for 2 summers was amazing, and it was really good seeing all these familiar faces, and James Power at Raspberry Point doing all the mussel tours, and then coming here last night for the Feast and Frolic and seeing Leo with the Colville Bay oysters, and then obviously Chef Michael shucking oysters. So it's nice to see a lot of familiar faces. It's like coming back home a little bit. I really enjoyed this island while I was here. It's really a special place, so it was a lot of fun.
And that's interesting to me that you worked here for 2 years, and that was the first time you actually get out onto the oyster and mussel beds. Chef Alain?
You know what's really cool, though, is the amazing talent that's coming out of the school. I mean, Holland College has been doing an amazing, amazing job and touching a lot of these chefs throughout the year. So kudos to them for doing such a great job as instructors right here on our
Absolutely.
island.
The Culinary Institute
Yep.
of Canada on PEI is a wonderful, wonderful treasure that we have.
2 minutes.
2 minutes? Okay. So we got 2 minutes, and at that 2-minute mark, Nick is going to start to cook. You are going to start to chop. So did you have a plan in mind before you came down as what you were going to do in this competition, or did you just kind of want to be inspired by what you saw on your tour of the island?
Obviously, we got the produce list and the shellfish list, so we know what we're working with, and then you just have ideas rolling through your head. Then you just get here and you experience the island a little bit, and you eat some food, and you go out on the oyster boats and whatnot, and then it sort of changes your perspective, perhaps. So then you just roll with the punches, really.
Excellent. Well, we certainly hope that you roll right through to the next round. Into some tough competition. Again, the first 6 chefs earlier today, all brilliant, very talented individuals. And we got 6 more
1 minute
talented individuals that are competing in the second heat. Very difficult job, ladies and gentlemen, as you can imagine, to have such highly skilled, highly trained chefs, most of whom are used to competing in this type of environment with a timed, time limitation on you to prepare 4 dishes.
For sure. I mean, the pressure on the chefs are tremendous. I mean, we're all here to support them. Your job is to make sure that you transfer as much energy as you can to these guys and gals. And but you know what? They're self-motivated to start with, and they're ready to go at all times. And proof will be in the pudding at the last 4 plates that are coming out. We're 45 seconds to go. Oh, the hand's up, so we might be closer to 45. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
1.
All right, Nick, you can start cooking. Chef Brian is off to start shopping. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, please direct your attention to the monitors. And Rob is going to roll the next video so we can meet our next competitor.
Hi, I'm Matthew Sullivan. I'm the executive chef of Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment. If I win 10 grand, it's pretty easy what I'm going to do with the money. I have a baby and a pregnant wife at home, so that money will be used very well.
Awesome. Smart. He's not proud at all. He's watching Dad with just anticipation. It's awesome, Dad. Different kind of pressure.
Certainly is, and I had the pleasure of meeting Matthew again. He was in that competition. Met him in Toronto at the Restaurants Canada show. At that,
and you're still friends?
Yeah, like you don't hate me.
Just kidding.
No, not yet. Wait, but now you're on my island.
Careful.
Things are going to get different. All right, so Matthew, Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment. What's it like working in that environment?
Well, especially over the spring there with the championship, it was pretty exciting. But, we have 6 restaurants and 3 arenas. There's 17 executive chefs and like 400 other cooks. So there's a lot of going on. Yeah.
Yeah, I dare say. But being in that environment, I mean, with Jurassic Park down there, that just being there. And I know you guys are inside the building and you're, crazy busy. But that atmosphere all spring must have just been phenomenal.
Yeah, it was great. Actually, and we do feed the fans in Jurassic Park as well. Yeah. So on any given day, it was, whether we're cooking 500 hot dogs or searing foie gras for all the VIP and everything was coming in, and the energy around it was a really cool time to be there.
Talk about versatility, Chef. You've got to think on your feet at all time, I'm sure.
I think that'd be cool to flip the menu, though, and have hot dogs for the VIP. Yeah. No? Okay, never mind.
Just the good part, though, is this gentleman now knows about our seafood.
Yeah.
Our seafood in that category in Aaron's VIP tent is be perfect.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and
especially he knows where it's coming from.
I bet you there's a mussel cookbook that you
I'm
can
sure
probably
there
get
is.
his hands on.
I'm sure there is.
That somebody wrote that give you
Figure it
some
out.
great recipes. So what was your inspiration coming down here as to what you were going to prepare?
Well, my wife is an East Coaster, so we've been coming to the island for the past 10 years. I'm the chef of the family, so I always get to cook, but there's some different palates. going on. Like my mother-in-law loves curry and some spicy food, and I want to impress her, but I also love my wife. So, and she's not into the spice. So I'm kind of cooking, I know, something that her and her mom will both enjoy, I think.
It's a challenge.
It is a big
minutes.
challenge. Yeah, absolutely. And so I noticed that you have some fresh ginger root there. What are you going to be using? What's going to be the main component of your dish today?
The main component's going to be the seafood and potatoes. That's it. And then I'm just going to draw as much flavor from the lobsters and the oyster and everything to kind of have it in the sauce. So it's going to be a bit of a curry. I'm calling it curry, not curry.
Curry, not curry. Sorry, not sorry. I like it.
Pretty well. Tomatoes.
And talking about some of the potatoes, folks, when you're driving, for those of you folks who aren't from here, and you're driving around this beautiful island, and you see those little roadside vegetable stands, and you see these signs like every 35 or 40 feet that says new potatoes, do yourself a favor. Stop and pick up a bag of new potatoes. Oh my gosh. New potatoes, ADL butter, you're welcome. Little pepper, you will wake up in the morning, you will look like a bad child's bottom. Your face will be red from just driving stuff into you that quick. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be delicious. So where are we at for time?
We're less than a minute.
40 seconds. Okay, so you got 40 seconds. You're going to start shopping. Once you start shopping, we've got Brian. He's going to start cooking. And then 5 minutes away from you starting the competition.
One thing Brian was embarrassed to mention, he's trying to get some Instagram followers. So what is it? B_, what is it? THIB, oh yeah, Instagram. Give him a follow, guys.
Okay, well, let's count them down and then follow. In 10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, so Matthew is shopping. Brian is going to come out from under the bus he was just thrown under, and he's going to start cooking. Ladies and gentlemen, please draw your attention to the monitor, and let's meet our final competitor of the Garland Canada International Chef Challenge.
My name is Darren Rogers. I'm the chef de cuisine at Park Restaurant in Montreal. If I win the $10,000 again, that would definitely buy a lot of tattoos and a big feast for me and my friends.
Love it.
I can't hear a thing. People are talking in this
So
here.
the part that I love about this chef is how cool the chef is. His demeanor is like, I'm so over this. I'm gonna kick ass. But you know what? Deep down inside,
he already won.
He's done this. He's been there. He's now. It's kind of ironic. He was the last one picked, so the last competitor to go through on the first round, who won the round last year out of the middle of nowhere. It was awesome. You were very calm, collective, unassuming, and so do not underestimate what's happening right now in these 12 competitors.
I kind of like these. I kind of liken these chefs to ducks. It's all calm on the surface, but underneath, there's a lot going on.
You're absolutely right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome last year's winner of this competition of $10,000. Chef Darren Rogers from Park Restaurant in Montreal. So, Chef, what you end up doing with last year's cash?
I wish I could remember, you know.
You are a true chef then. Perfect.
No, I ended up going to Korea for a little food trip. Went back home to BC to see my mom and my little baby niece for Christmas. So it was a really good time.
Awesome. Well, that's money well spent. Now, this year, you've done the visiting, so a little more on your own this year, hopefully. Yeah, perfect. And hey, with 10 grand, you could probably afford to go to one Montreal Canadiens game. That'd be pretty good, and have beers or something. So now tell us a little bit about Montreal. Now, you've been down here last year. You experienced back to Montreal. What is it about Montreal that you absolutely love?
You know, when I first moved there, I didn't know what to expect. And then being there, it's in the greatest way possible. It's just a city full of weirdos. So somebody that never really fit in with any clique, it just fit in perfectly, and I've always felt at home there.
Oh, awesome. really neat places. Daniel Notkin, I don't know if you know Daniel, but he's, I call him the madman from Montreal. He comes down here to compete in the oyster shucking competition year after year after year. He had a seafood restaurant, Notkin's, down the waterfront. He absolutely loves it. And he started, after coming here and seeing what we do with this festival, Daniel went back to Montreal and he started the Montreal Oyster Festival. So it's a really neat event that happens in the fall of the year as well. So I encourage you, I know Montreal's a big city and there's a lot to do. If you ever get a chance, go on down there, maybe create a dish for him and knock his socks off, because a guy with your talents, he'd certainly welcome down into that oyster festival. So Darren, what's going to be, we got 2 minutes to go. What's the inspiration or the main feature of your dish today?
It's just kind of something I want to eat right now. It's kind of how I like to cook. I don't cook for, well, I obviously cook for everybody, but I don't feel comfortable if I don't want to eat it. Just kind of, if it makes me feel good, hopefully it'll make people feel good.
So are you going for a more comfort food style? Is that what you're going with this year? Or are you going to model after what was successful for you last year?
A little bit of both. I mean, I do, I guess, have the advantage of seeing what worked last year, what didn't, which was very interesting for me.
1 minute.
Not necessarily what you would expect. So just kind of my own take, just trying to stay out of my head, trying not to psych myself up because of last year. So.
Okay, very good, because you want to keep it on an even keel, Alain.
Oh, I'm sure, and the pressure is immense because not only do you want to perform, do a great job and put it on, but you also have 12, 11 new competitors, right? So it's a whole different game. It's a whole different game than last year.
Exactly, and again, the talent level that we have competing in this competition every year after year just keeps to rise. The bar keeps rising and rising and rising. But enough about me. Let's count the last guy in, ladies and gentlemen. 8, 7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Best of luck, champ.
All right, Chef, you could start cooking. And then, of course, we've got 5 minutes or so before we let him go at it. So at this point, I know Jesse's got his lobster in. It's already in and out and sitting in the ice bath. On this side, I saw it on the last time I came up. He's got, it looks like some sort of pork fat. Chef, what's in here? Jesse? What do you got? Some dill chimichurri along with the lobster and a bacon and clam marmalade. Starting to sound good already, and we haven't even started. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what's happening in competitor number 1. The competitor number 2 is slamming and banging. I saw earlier there was some lemongrass being chopped up, or at least flavored, and that's what the lobster's sitting in, along with some lemon. We've got a little bit of garlic that just got smashed on the back, and what's in the pan, Chef? Yep. Some crab on the go, and along with some green onions charred up. Love it. Leeks. All right, team number 3 has got some oil, obviously ready, Chef, for some frying. And what's in your bouillabaisse here?
Whole lot of flavor.
Full lot of flavor. He's not giving an iota to anybody. All right, and on this side, of course, we've got the claws are mitted and they're done. And just starting off with competitor number 5. We got 6 competitors. In a few minutes, we'll launch the 6th competitor to start cooking. So, ladies and gentlemen, so it started off with 12 chefs. We're down to the last 6 competing. The top 6 of the 12 will make it to tomorrow's semifinal. Those chefs will have all night to prepare the menu and decide what they're going to do and what kind of twist they're going to throw on this for the next day to impress the judges. That's basically what's going to happen. From there, there'll be 2 coming out of the top 6. Those 2 will compete on Sunday for a chance to win
$10,000.
All right, that's the beauty. And you're holding a piece of butter out. I'm a little worried to go near you.
Me too.
I'll go around you. And we can't be too far for this chef to start cooking, are we? 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes. So you're right in the camera shot at your back. That's the live TV. Perfect. Look, Now we're zooming in on some beautiful ADL butter. Ladies and gentlemen, ADL has been a staple of PEI since 1953, and it's Amalgamated Dairies Limited is what the ADL stands for. It's owned by island dairy farmers right across the island. So when you purchase ADL products, you are supporting 165 dairy farms right here on Prince Edward Island. And as Chef Alain mentioned earlier, ADL is the only company in Canada that makes a 36% cream. Every other is 35%. This is 36%. A couple of years ago, Chef Michael Smith was here doing a demo, and what he used was the whipping cream, and he put it in a mason jar. He just took whipping cream, put it in a mason jar, and he got a bunch of folks from the audience, and they started shaking these jars. And it was kind of funny. He made it funny, but they were working like they were sweating. Like it was crazy. They're shaking this jar up and down, and eventually they made butter. And it was a natural, beautiful butter. It was incredible.
It's at 36%.
That's what 36% will get you.
I'm telling you, it's important. 1 minute to go.
We're down to 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen. So please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I insist.
No.
No, I really insist. I'm just kidding. It's this beard every year gets grayer and grayer. I keep cutting mine shorter and shorter so the gray hair doesn't come out. But he hasn't caught on to that yet. So, ladies and gentlemen, he just left the set. That's it. I'm not even nothing to do with him. So, ladies and gentlemen, you ready for this? Let's encourage these guys. They're working hard. They're getting ready. They're all psyched up. Some are just powerful. Some are all just about ready to dish out their plate. They're about 20 minutes away for competitor number 1 to have the final plates plated. And we're ready to go. Where are we at? Less than 20. The hands coming
folks,
up.
Get ready.
We're
the
close
last
to
time
10.
we're going to count down.
We are.
In
10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody's cooking. Rob, that's awesome. Everybody's cooking. And, of course, we've done the round already. Everybody is very calm. You notice everybody knows exactly what they're there to do. The beauty is that every single chef is using the front table today.
No.
I had to pick on him.
Not the disappearing
I had
chef.
to pick on him.
That's our ghost chef to the competition.
I know.
He disappeared the whole time.
He did. Whoever saw it didn't see this. It was kind of cool because every time Rob and I would look at each other, and competitor number 3 wasn't even there. Where there was a little bit of action on the back table. There was nothing going on the front table. We thought maybe he just decided to pull out.
That's the same guy when you're at the bar when it's, okay, you butt around, you butt around, you butt around.
It's gone.
The ghost. He's like the Great Gazoo, and he'll show up in the bathroom 20 minutes later. Where were you guys? I was looking all over for you. I was going to buy a round, but nobody was there. I just got my own, though. We're good.
Oh, in your defense.
In my defense, anytime you said that, from my eyes would split, and all the chefs from the back tables would run to the front.
They would. It's true. But that's all right. It was all in good fun. But immaculate. I'm telling you, the garland equipment wasn't even touched.
No.
At all. I know it wasn't.
Well, he used the back. He used the ovens,
yes,
right?
Yes, the amazing ovens. What a great new addition that is this year.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
incredible.
Yeah. Really is. Our friends at Garland are just amazing people. So everybody's cooking. We've got a few minutes to go. I think we've got, we'll introduce the judges in more details. Sure.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. It's time that I'm allowed to ask you a question. Yes. Tell us about yourself. An awful lot of new people that weren't here for the first heat. So introduce yourself and tell us how it's going so far.
Thank you very much, Ellen. I'm Chef Lynn Crawford, and I've been cooking for 94 years. No, I'm a big fan of what it is to really take Canadian ingredients to the next level for chefs. I love to cook. I love to be inspired, and especially come to PEI. It's all about the shellfish here and the wonderful hospitality. You guys having a great time? Really truly amazing. Like, I know I've been on both sides. I've been a judge on a lot of shows, a lot of competitions. But I also know what it is to compete, and it's really challenging. And for all of these chefs that are here, it's just the small details. And you're all very, very talented. Thank you to the first round of chefs that present your dishes. Awesome, amazing, and truly inspiring. And we're looking forward to the next round. It's a tough competition, but I hope that you guys are having a good time and enjoying it. And thanks to Garland for having me. Thanks.
Awesome job, Lynn. Thank you very much. We know we pick on you, love, but we know we'll love you. Mademoiselle, or Madame. Madame Marie, your call. You go.
I can say anything.
Say whatever you'd like.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. Really happy to be here today. Thanks for having me. I'm a food critic from Toronto, and I review a lot of different restaurants. I have the pleasure of eating for a living. What's better than that? But I also I went to culinary school, so I have the best of both worlds. I got to critique and eat. So, yeah.
Welcome to PEI.
Thank
you for coming. Chef Latoya, tell us a little bit more about Restaurant Canada at the same time as Twist.
Yes, as I said, I'm Chef Latoya from Toronto. I'm the chef and owner of Twist Catering and Event Planning Services. I'm out here representing Restaurants Canada, which is super exciting because, again, I've never been to Atlantic Canada, so really happy to be here. Great competition this morning. These chefs here are looking pretty fierce. Sorry for the wasps. That guy just threw me off. Yeah, so we're just looking to see what everybody's going to come out with today, looking for some great ingredients from here and definitely some good shellfish and some seafood, and let's see what they're going to bring.
I think that's awesome. Give it up for our three judges, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of pressure on them to really be consistent. They can't be wooed or wowed by one dish. They've got to make sure that they're staying balanced for all six. And I'm sure and confident that out of these 12s, we're going to have 6 pretty amazing dish when it's all finished and done.
They sure are, and I'm going to go down. Stevie's down here with Chef Robin as she's pulling some lobster out of the pot, and she has boiling water. And Stevie, you can back up a little bit. I'm going to put my hand right beside this pot. These are the Garland induction stoves, the real-time temperature control systems of these Garland induction stoves. Whatever temperature you set it at, that's what it stays and holds it at. So the secret is not only the technology, the amazing technology in these induction burners, but it also needs to, on the bottom of the pots, it needs that pad to start the induction process so that the heat can get going. But look how safe this is. You can literally boil a pot of water with a piece of paper towel in between the induction range and the pot. So they're much safer, they're much more efficient. And efficiencies are what's driving kitchens right across the globe right now.
No question. Wherever you could save a penny, I mean, cost of everything is up, so we're going to make sure that we can still produce a good plate at a reasonable price. And the quality of the Garland Canada's induction burners, I mean, a lot of people say, you could buy a small induction burner at Costco or wherever. But I mean, you're not buying the quality that this is. I mean, it's like day and night. It's like buying a Cadillac and not a Volkswagen, because they're expensive too, aren't they? Or a Lada.
A
Lada.
1986 Skoda. What?
Yeah, yes,
8-track tape onto her.
And she was humming.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention to the monitors. There's no actual audio for this video, but it's a video about Canada's Smartest Kitchen, and it's right here on PEI, and Chef Alain is going to talk a little bit about Canada's Smartest Kitchen.
So we're very lucky on the island. In association with Holland College, we've also eventually evolved to this amazing facility, and Canada's Smartest Kitchen will take a basic product and just innovative and put it on the market, help the actual company to grow and take it to the next level. So if you're a person that I would like to do this with my particular raspberries, they will in turn take it away and take it to the next level for you. I got an okay from the producer. That's a good thing. Whew. All right, so that's what happens. But our friends at Holland College, I think we need to be mentioned as well.
Absolutely. So Holland College, the Culinary Institute of Canada, is based in Holland College right here in downtown Charlottetown. So they assemble with their team of culinary instructors, they assemble some of the students. And it's great for the students because they're experiencing not only what it's like to be in a competition, but it's what it's like to deal with the pressures of a kitchen. Because when you're in the heat of food service and you're at the height of it, right? Things can come off the rails pretty easy. There's a lot of pressure in the kitchen behind the line. And these I want to call them kids, but they're the young adults that are behind the line. They're experiencing that. So they're trying to help with the chefs. They're kind of shouting out the times, helping them through the process, trying to keep these competitors as calm as possible.
I think that's what's important about this competition. It's a big camaraderie. I mean, everybody's gaining from this. Us as the audience, we're enjoying this. We're having a blast. We get to taste some amazing dish. But what's really cool, too, is these chefs are giving back to these young professionals that are coming in the background. Each chef is paired with a culinary student and is paired with a professional as well. And you know what? When they leave from here, these young chefs are inspired and they're very motivated by, oh, wow, I can do this moving forward. So that's really cool. Ladies and gentlemen, we know the judges are allowed to walk around and see what's going on, but where is everybody from? Who's from away?
So, Chef Alain, while you're doing that and you're talking to the folks from away, other folks can direct their attention to the monitors. Stevie is going to be behind the line, getting as many shots of the food at the various production stages as they can. And the judges have left their high perch to come down with the common folk and see what the
high perch, I like that.
See what
and
the
they're
competitors
asking
are doing.
all kinds of questions at the same time. So I know we have Saskatchewan, you said? Manitoba. Manitoba for sure. Sir, where are you from? Port Dover, Ontario. I didn't know Jack Nicholson retired there. Like, what happened? Man, you look, with the glasses, man, you're bang on. She's smiling, but it's true. Where are you from? Red Deer, Alberta. Of course, you must be from Saskatchewan. Comox, BC, but you're a Rough Rider fan. I love it. Anybody else? Who's from? Yes, sir. Where are you from? From North Carolina. The Lévis. Lévis, Quebec. Some French Niagara Falls over here. Where are you from? From Pictou Landing. From home. Way to go. I like that. And where are you? From BC as well. Anybody else? Virginia. Where are you? Newfoundland. Whereabouts? Grossmore, Newfoundland. Beautiful place. From New Brunswick, whereabouts? From the Miramichi. I love that. Not too far from Chatham, though. From? Which is where? Across the sea. Oh, you said England. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you said England, and I'm going, England. Where's that? Whereabouts in England? From Carlisle. Below the Scottish border. Wait, I got to let you hear the accent.
Just below the Scottish border in Carlisle, in England, just below the Scottish border.
We love your accent. That's beautiful. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're glad that you're all here. We're glad that you're enjoying the Seafood Festival. It's an amazing event that takes place every single year, brings a bunch of chefs together. A lot happens during this weekend. There's also a big competition on Caesar that's going to happen in a bit as well on the main stage. But here, at this point, we've got how many minutes to go before the first competitor is done?
Like a lot. She's
like she's counting.
So, Chef,
I
we're
would say
going to talk
20-ish.
about these Meyer pots for a little
Sure
bit.
thing.
We talked about how we need those, the pad that's on the bottom of the Meyer pots, produced right here in Prince Edward Island. Absolutely beautiful cookware. So, Rob, if you could roll the video, direct your attention to Chef Michael Smith and the video for Meyer.
Prince Edward Island is known for great food, for awesome beaches, and authentic people. But let me share a secret. Some of the world's best cookware is made here too. Meyer is everything I want for everyday cookware. Top quality 1810 stainless steel, flared no drip lip, durable riveted handles, and a thick encapsulated base that can really take the heat in my kitchen. Meyer, Canadian-made, everyday stainless steel cookware, so you can impress yourself in your own kitchen. Hi, I'm Chef Michael Smith, and I'm proud to be a part of the team crafting world-class cookware right here on Prince Edward Island.
All right, and ladies and gentlemen, on Sunday afternoon, Chef Michael Smith is going to be here, and we last year we started a competition, and it's the Junior Chef Challenge. Chef Michael Smith is the host of that, and the chefs come back here, the junior chefs. So these kids are 10, 11, and 12 years old. They have to do an online application, submit a video with a recipe. There's a whole process. They get selected. They come here. Now, these very astute chefs that are competing in the Garland Canada, they act as sous chefs to the junior chefs. And last year was amazing. Like, you know, Jake was here, and Jake's like 6'4". He's a big man from Newfoundland. And there's an 11-year-old kid that was beside him. Chef, where are my scallops, chef? This kid was saying to him, yes, chef, I'll get them for you now. So Jake went and got the scallops. He pulls me off to the side. Gee, some attitude in this young feller. He'll do well in the kitchen, he said. So it's really neat to see. And that competition is going to be happening on Sunday. And it's great to see that they're trying to inspire the next generation of chefs.
I think it's wonderful. Michael gives back all the time. He does a fantastic job here on the island. A lot of respect given out there. So what's our timing? Sorry, keep asking. We're about 5 minutes away. 5 minutes away from the first chef to be able to plate up his first plates. So I'm sure that's on the go as well.
So Stevie's back there with Chef Jesse, and he's seeing what he's doing. Chef Alain, why don't you pop up there as well? And
didn't want to go too far.
Yes, get in his face.
Get in his face.
Turn the heat up on him.
I'm not going to touch your bum there. Don't worry. I'm just here to say hi. How you doing, Chef? You got 4 big plates to go. You're the first one up. No pressure. At least you saw the first 6 plates go out. So what do you feel?
Feeling good, Chef. Last minute preparations, and then I'm about to plate up.
All right. And what we're going to point out, too, is that Jesse last year, for one reason or another, was the last competitor at the far end of the competition. And he got to see everybody pumping plates out. He was ready. And this year, he's happy that he's the first one to just do it and get it over with and come and join the rest of the crew that's sitting over here, enjoying a cold beer while they can. And competitor number 2 is on the go as well. I see bacon wrapped lobster tail, I assume. All right, looks good. And we got some fried crab. We got a little bit of, obviously, some frying going on because you got some oil on the go. It's going to be a great reduction. And, of course, competitor number 3 is sorting out his lobsters from claws to tails to body and making up something amazing when it's going to be finished. We got some beautiful shallots searing up on competitor number 4. And he's got some breadcrumbs as well on the go. I'm not quite sure what's happening in the back, but it's he's got all kinds of little dish on the go. And his sous chef is bringing him plates. He's got some crab there, chef. What else? What's that? Lobster roll spatza. Wow, we're going all out. I love it. And competitor number 5 has got his bones picking and all his lobster meats and everything is simmering away. He's got something on the right-hand side here that's bubbling away. Chef, what's that?
It's a butter emulsion, so it's carrot juice, butter, shallots, white wine. I'm just cooking my potatoes in that.
Cooking the potatoes in it. So that smells awesome. It's going to be interesting to see what it's going to finish like. And, of course, the reigning champion is sorting through crab, double-checking for bones, I'm assuming, just to make sure that the judges don't get. And Chef, you've got this beautiful cold bouillon on the go. You got, I see some mushrooms. I can see some leeks, some lings. What else is in there?
The cooking juice from the mussels, the lobster head, little chicken stock, and bacon.
Wow, it smells awesome. So, Rob, that's what's happening. And we're getting closer and closer. Jesse's got his 4 plates out.
Yeah, so Jesse's just under 3 minutes. But before we get Stevie showing what Jesse's doing over there, but I just want to take a moment and talk about our major event partner, Chef Alain Cisco. Now, you and I both know you know, having both owned restaurants and working in restaurants over the years, Sysco was such an amazing partner to the restaurant community. They source locally and they distribute right across the country. And, you know, that's what their whole focus is on. And it's not just restaurants. It's not just independent restaurants. It's chains, it's healthcare facilities, it's hotels, it's school boards, universities. They literally do it all. And top to bottom, Sysco is an amazing partner.
I write for a magazine, and often we talk to a lot of farmers, and the farmers are saying, you know, we work really hard as farmers to produce this crop, to get it to the market. And the thing that we understand as local is always, going to the farmer's market, buying those 3 carrots from this guy that grows 1 acre of carrots and does whatever. But it's also important to understand that there's a whole other side to local than there is. I mean, those same carrots can be grown by the multitude, getting splattered of lobster.
You got a lobster shell right in the
Gotta love
throat.
it.
Man
Gotta love
down.
It wasn't a bee, so you're safe.
Oh, good.
So what happens is these guys more or less take it on a larger scale.
Right.
So we might have, for example, here on the island, the best mussels in the world, but we cannot get them to the world unless the Syscos of the world really take it upon themselves to do so. So that's what it's about.
And it's absolutely true that good things do come from Sysco, and that's very evident here today with, you know, the kitchen and what these guys and girls have to cook with.
Very much so. I mean, not every chef that's pulling 80 hours a week has got the time to go to the market all the time. Needs to find the right sources.
Talk about your attention to detail. Chef Nick is actually going through the lobster tail to make sure that the vein is taken out so that there's no remnants or anything that's left in it. Chef Jesse is going to be wrapped down. He's got 30 seconds left to finish his plate, so he better get at her.
30 seconds to go for the final plating of the competitor number 1. So, Jesse, you're on the hot spot there, my friend.
20
you're
seconds,
ready to go,
Jesse.
20 seconds. She's going to raise her hand here very shortly, and we're going to get going. Hey, folks, you ready to count them down? Let's come give it up for these chefs. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You got
Hands
her.
up.
Competitor number 1 is done. Competitor number 2 has started plating.
Chef Jesse, congratulations. Take your 3 plates.
All right, Jesse, if you want to take your plates up. There he comes.
Yeah, so what happens now, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that weren't at the first competition, the chefs, when they're done of their plates, bring them up and present them to the judges. There's 4 plates that they assemble. 3 go to the judges. 1 goes to the back of the tent for our display room, and there's pictures being taken, and then they get uploaded to social media, yada, yada. So then Chef Jesse will now explain his dish to the judges and present it to them.
So, Jesse, there you go.
All right, so what we have here is a little maple butter poached lobster, roasted shiitake mushroom, a little bit of vinegar, carrot, oyster, and lobster cream on the center of the plate, a little dill and tomato romesco on the outside there, and then a bacon and clam marmalade, as well as some pickled mussels and some fresh cucumber just to bring the whole dish together.
Nice job, Chef. Give it up for Prince Edward Island's Proud. Thanks, Chef. Pressure is off. And now, of course, we all our eyes focus on the next competitor. Competitor number 2 is are you stealing?
I just tried the lobster.
All
yeah,
right,
that's good.
Competitor number... No pressure. Obviously, it's kind of nice to see the camaraderie between the cooks. All these noise are coming in from the drunk ones in the front. Just so you know, that's what's happening. All right, Chef. We're on round 2. Second chef, plating up, getting ready. Beautiful bacon-wrapped lobster tail on the bottom. Some radishes by the looks of it. All kinds of little garnishes adding to the plate. We'll see where it all turns out. So, and the judges at this point are tasting and eating away. Competitor number 3 has absolutely cleaned up his front table, ready to get his plates on the go. And same for competitor number 4.
2 minutes.
2 minutes to go.
What's that? 2 minutes and 30. No, we're not freaking her out. You can't freak her out. She's got her headphones going. She's totally blocked us out. She doesn't even care about us anymore.
She's zoned, yeah. She went from disco queen, Lativa, whatever, to focus. Very much knowing exactly what she wants to do at her plate, and rightfully so. We all have a lot of respect for that. We know exactly the kind of pressure she's under and making it happen. And I'm telling you, Rob, you never know what all of this is going to be like when it's all finished. We're going to finish with 6 out of the 12 going into the semifinal. Then they change hats and change totally around. And it'll be interesting to see where it goes. The judges are tasting plate number 1. They're tasting a little bit of all the elements to make sure that that's nice and clean. And Jesse on his side is gone. No, he's going for a hug, or he's going to see some friends, one of the two. But we'll be cleaning his section, getting it ready, Chef. We're all good. We're a minute 30 away from finalizing the 4 next plates. Chef, 4 minutes, you got a minute to go, so you're good. We're having a hard time with this one, aren't we? No pressure. Minute 5, that's a long time when you think of it. I mean, I know it's, and especially where she's at right now, she's pouring this beautiful liquid. I'm sure that's going to enhance everything else that's sitting on that plate. We got some crab, we got some lobster tail that's been bacon wrapped. Almost sitting like a beautiful tenderloin in the middle of the plate. It's kind of interesting.
Nice.
And of course, all kinds of coulis. 35 seconds to go. Well, we're getting the play-by-play here from the Sioux in the front. And your hand's not up yet. Come on. Show us the hand. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's encourage these chefs. They're doing a great job. And of course, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, and 6, they're all lined up. They are
Okay, let's get ready to count down, Chef Robin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up, Chef.
Hands up.
Nice. Congrats, girl. Well done. Well done.
Beautiful plates, and now competitor number 3 has got his plate all lined up and ready to go, and so is competitor number 4. So, Chef, if you could be so kind as to bring your plates to the judges, that would be great, and you could describe your plates as you get there. All right, round 1. Now we're on round 2. Thank you. All right, Chef, the judges are waiting for you. Right down to the sneakers, the smile, everything is ready to go.
Hi.
Chef, tell us all the details that the judges need to hear.
Okay, so we have a mussel broth with a charred ash, leek, and oyster aioli, topped with a fried mussel, and I have lobster wrapped in bacon on the bottom.
Awesome. And tell us some more about the broth.
Let's see, that broth has ginger, a little bit of soy sauce in there, fennel, lemongrass.
Lots of flavor.
Yeah, lots of flavor. Want to build it up.
Good job.
Thank you.
Kick-ass. Way to go. Competitor number 2 now completed.
Flour, and I took some wild rice, and also sesame seeds, and I grated it up. For a nice crisp.
Soya ginger?
2 minutes, 30 seconds for Chef Nick Chindamo. So, ladies and gentlemen, Nick's kind of stepping back, taking a little bit of a breather. It really is intense, this competition, and 45 minutes for each chef just goes so fast, so fast. So we'll talk to one of the chefs that were competing earlier. So when you're preparing a dish, how much of a factor does time play when you're trying to figure out what you're going to do?
It's 100% part of what you're planning. Usually I'll have one or two components that are maybe if I have time. So when you're thinking of all the things you want to put in your dish, you have to have room for adjustments on the fly. And there's perfect case scenario, these two components go on. If I'm running low on time, they're expendable. And that's kind of how you can manipulate the time and work to your advantage when you're coming up with a dish.
Now, in certain competitions, do you have to present a menu with your dish or before the competition? Or is this all, you know what, whenever I get in the kitchen, I'm going to feel it, and it's just all on the fly?
You present your menu after you complete your dish. So you'll write down your dish the way you want it to be. But you always have an idea of what you want to do beforehand. There's definitely a plan. And with the plan comes some flexibility, if you're smart.
Yeah, and you got to leave that room for flexibility. Thanks very much. Best of luck to you. Thanks for chatting with us again. Chef Nick is down to under 1 minute now.
Yeah, we are. And things are looking up perfectly. Things are all being swept away. Chef is in the zone, and the plates are looking beautiful. It's all about lobster, mussels. We'll tell you more about it in a second.
This is incredible. So we got 30 seconds here. Nick is just making his plate pretty with some microgreens.
On the grape. Yep. My hand's up, so
and
we're
now
close.
There's a broth.
20. Not yet. All right, folks, give it up, give it up.
All right, let's get ready to count down, Nick.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hands up.
That's it.
Wow. He used right to the last second. That was incredible. Okay.
Beautiful plate, Chef. So, yeah, let's present these to the judges. See what they've got to say. Here we go. Round 3. Judges are not full yet, so that's a good thing. They're getting there, though.
All right, so Chef Nick Chindamo, he's going to describe his plate, and then we're down to under 5 minutes for Chef Brian, who's starting to plate as well.
A little extra happening here, folks. A little bit of sweet grass, sage, herbs smoking. Love it. I feel like I'm at a smudging ceremony, Chef. Give me more details.
Judges, thank you for having me. I'm happy you're here, first of all. I'm happy to be here. Can you hear me okay?
I can.
This is not just a dish to me. This is something that was inspired by something that happened here last week. You guys know the hurricane? I went for a walk on the North Shore, and I ran into a family. And that family has a farm. And 85% of their crop was wiped out by the storm.
Absolutely.
Yet they were still on the beach, celebrating food with each other. They had a little bake, all this shellfish, lobster rolls, everything you can think of, potato chips, and they shared with me. So I came here today to try and dedicate something to them and to the other people who lost their crop. Because I know what it's like to work on a farm and have something traumatic happen to it that will affect your produce and the way that you can cook in the restaurant. So, I did my take on a seafood bake. This is lobster, simply boiled, tossed in lots of different herbs,
brushed in a little bit of butter as well as the sauce that's on the plate. Left as it is. Mussels there, they're steamed. That liquid went into the sauce, and then they were steeped in arugula oil. That's that green oil there. The sauce is made from a reduction of ginger, garlic, lemongrass, all these different herbs, all brought down with the juices from the lobster, the mussels, the clams, and the oyster. In there you also have, well, a whole lot of love, if that counts. But overall, this should taste
sure
good.
does count, Chef.
Overall, this should taste good. And this is just dedicated to, like I said, everyone on Prince Edward Island that was affected by the hurricane.
Give it up for the chef, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, plate number 3, and we're ready to roll.
If I may,
Yeah?
this was not just for no reason. Way back when the first people got to Prince Edward Island, they used to pick wild sage and bless plates for abundance before they ate. That's exactly what I did here. Okay? Enjoy. Thank you, guys.
Give it up, chef. Thank you very much. Great job.
So there was a young lady come over and took a picture of Brian, and Chef Brian, and she's gonna be posting it to Instagram. She's probably gonna be tagging at B_THIBO. Give Brian a follow, the poor bugger. I mean, seriously. Like, he's got 7 friends. When his goes viral, that means everybody in the house saw it. That's it. But he's a great guy, so give him a follow. We're down to 1 minute now for Chef Brian.
No pressure at all.
No, bro, we just picked on the poor guy about his social media.
Place looks good. Obviously now in the trench, very much in details. And
Right, well,
that's
now-
been apparent with all these chefs so
Now
far.
it's against the clock to get all the components onto the plate.
It is. We're timing on.
30 seconds.
30 seconds to go.
There goes the foam on top.
So we're down to 25, 20. The hand's just about ready to go up, so we're close. We are at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Nice work, Chef. Be so kind as to bring those to the judges. That would be awesome.
And you know what had just happened over here? Chef Robin threatened Chef Jesse that if he didn't turn Rod Crowbush into a full-on dance bar tonight, full of house music, that stuff was going to be bad for him in the next couple of days. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens, Robin. Hopefully you get your wish. All right, Chef Brian.
Chef Brian, coming up. Plate number 1. Plate 2 and 3.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So, Chef, tell us a little bit about, your experience so far, but more importantly, your dish.
My experience so far is very hot and sweaty, but so far it's been a lot of fun. I mean, 45 minutes goes by really fast. I'm really happy with the flavors I'm putting together on this plate, and hopefully it all comes together for you. So here I really want to make lobster the center of the dish. I mean, we're on Prince Edward Island. Like, I've gone lobster fishing with these fishermen. They're absolutely amazing. So in front of you I have lobster done 3 ways. I have a lobster roe spätzle, just sort of sauteed in butter as well, so it's nice and pink, very light spätzle. And then we have butter poached tail and claw. And then I use a lobster tamale in my gremolata on top, lots of herbs, a little bit of citrus to cut through the fattiness of the dish. Underneath, I do have a oyster and bar clam pea stew. So no nuts, just tons of herbs, a little bit of garlic. So you got some saltiness, some herbaceousness as well. And what am I missing? Oh, the foam. I used all the nectars, and I made a nice little nectar foam on top to sort of balance it all out. A little sauce as well.
Fantastic job, Chef. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Now you can go rest and have a cold.
3 minutes.
3 minutes for our next dish, but our next dish is already being dished out. He's got all his plates lined up, ready to go. He's plating away frantically. We've got some potatoes, some lobster, some crab, all of it is on the go. Again, different look, different feel. It's got those beautiful potatoes in the middle. Rob, I'm telling you, so far, I mean, I'm looking at, you're looking at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plates.
Yep.
10 out of the 12 plates.
right.
And they're all pretty up there. So major pressure for the last guy in the end.
Absolutely. And
Yes.
It's funny. These guys are sweating like they stole something. They look like Mike Tyson at a spelling bee. I mean, they are into it right now.
They really are.
Pressure is on. These lights, these are new this year. They certainly don't help any matters to cool things down in the kitchen back here. Chef Alain is checking in with the judges once again, and we are down to 2 minutes now.
We are.
2
And
minutes.
the judges are being very cool again, very, very subtle. They're tasting every element of this dish. Lobsters 3 ways, tasting every bit of it, tasting the foam, the roe, the tamale, everything is there. And it's a great lobster experience based on what we can see so far. But so has all the competitors been. And competitor number 5 is dishing out, taking his time, making it right. There's no rush. He's got a couple minutes to go.
It's just about a minute and a half.
Minute and a half, all right?
Yep.
And Rob, I'm telling you, what's the big party scene tonight on the island? I mean, obviously, we got Signal Hill that's here playing
Signal
at
Hill,
what
yeah.
time?
Signal Hill goes on about 9:30,
Wow.
and they're playing until 11 o'clock tonight. So the tent is going to be hopping. There will be 5,000 people in this tent tonight. Unless the fire marshal's here, then there'll be about 3,500.
He's not here. We're safe. The good part about partying in a tent, you could exit quickly.
Yeah, very quickly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, of course. And
you
you've
can
got how
pee
many?
anywhere. Wait, what?
40 seconds to go.
40 seconds. So
We're close.
folks, so we are now 5 minutes and about 35 seconds away from this competition being completely over. Now
Right.
tonight we are going to be announcing the award winners, the award
top
winners for a
6.
couple of competitions, like the top Caesar, best Caesar in town competition,
right.
the oyster shucking competition, those awards. While those awards presentations are on, the folks from Garland are going to announce the top 6.
9,
8, 7, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. All right,
Thought
competitor
I could
number
hit the
5.
post, but I walked all over it.
No,
That
no,
was
you
too
did all
long.
right. You did great. We recovered just perfectly. So what's going to happen right after this, later on, we'll get some music on the stage. Lots going on all night long, guys. We're going to have Caesar competitions. We've got oyster shucking. It's going to be a wild night here in the tent. It always is. All right, competitor number 5, you're ready to present your plates to the judges, please. Competitor number 5, making a decision. What's happening there, guys, is the chef gets to pick the 1 plate that goes to the camera and the 3 plates that go to the judges. And that's what's happening now. The plates are on the way for the judges, and we'll know more details of what this is about.
Curry, not curry. I don't want to call it curry and then you expect it curry, but...
There you go, chef. Here's your mic.
Yeah, oh, sorry, thanks.
So, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, the chef is going to take time now to explain a little bit about this curry thing.
I might just want Nick to explain my dish. He did
Curry,
really
not
good.
curry.
Okay, so yeah, calling this curry, not curry. I took the lobster heads and made a broth with kefir, lemongrass, ginger, a little bit of jalapeno. Then the stars of the show, the potato and the lobster, I made a butter emulsion and just very slowly cooked them in there. I used the Garland combi here, just at 150, drowned the lobster in the butter and slowly cooked it in there. So it's almost like kind of cooking it sous vide. The oyster tempura, if you saw me put in the siphon, I made a tempura batter, siphoned it out, fried the oysters in that. Took the liquor from the oyster, mixed that with carrot juice for a foam, and then there's also some crab under there as well. Oh, and then puffed rice for a little texture, and then these shoots for some color.
Good time, chef.
Yeah.
Great job. Thank you very much. All right, competitor number 5 is now completed, and the judges are starting to judge. So that means we have 1 chef left. 1 chef, lots of pressure. Come on, give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this gentleman won the entire competition last year, and he's in the zone. He's going to make this happen. And there's no question he's brought his A game from top to bottom here. And he's got lobster for sure. We got some oysters, some clams. This is going to be good. Oh, beautiful mussels. It's going to be tasty. The judges right now are going through competitor number 5's dish, while competitor number 6 is actually plating up his final dish. So, Rob, this really concludes the competition. What happens next?
Well, this just concludes this part of the competition. Then the judges have their real work to do. They take their sheets and they head back. There's quite a bit of deliberation until they get, because they have to get it right. And you can imagine the talent that is in this tent right now and what they're doing, what they're presenting to the judges, and the error or the point differential between each one is minuscule.
It is.
Right? So now it comes down to little things like now they're nitpicking on stuff that would never even be talked about when you're eating the meal. You just enjoy it. But now you're talking about execution. You're talking about technique. You're talking about the components of the plate. You're talking about how the flavors marry with each other. Like, and texture.
Yeah, and the waste as well.
Waste.
It's been a subject this year that we've never really paid too much attention to.
How clean the stations are.
Smart. Very much so.
Like, that's what the real hair splitting is down to on this.
And the intensity of the judging, too. You could tell they're taking that very seriously. We got 1 minute to go, Chef.
Oh, I mean, Lynn,
Before
look
your
at her
final
over
plate.
there. Look how she hasn't smiled in 2 days.
Ooh.
She's got the old sour face like a pug chewing a wasp up there. Like she's all just cranky. Because she's serious. This is serious, Lynn, now.
She's taking it very seriously. Not that she never did before, but you know what? There's something about this year. The judges are a lot more intense. They're really in the zone and making this happen. And,
right. So we're down to 30 seconds
all
left.
right.
So we'll make our way down to the final chef. 30 seconds, and we're going to be counting them down after 10. And if you think I didn't steal a little bit of the lobster that was in Chef Matthew's dish, you're crazy, because I did. It was delicious.
We're at 20 seconds, Chef. Very close, really down to the neck here. Looks like the plate's going to have last-minute things on it. From 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hands up, Chef.
Hands off, Chef.
Congratulations, Darren. Good job.
Great job. All right, the pressure cooker is over. Chef, bring your plates to the judges and send your plate for the photos. All right, judges. Last one. We didn't think it would get this fast. Are you still hungry? Are we okay? You're still so hungry. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, plates are on their way. Coming over. Plate number 1, 2, and 3. All right, Chef. Beautiful. That's what they had in the pantry. There you go, Chef.
Oh, thank you.
All right, Chef, tell us a little bit more about this dish.
Okay, just trying to catch my breath here. So
No
I
problem, sorry.
apologize.
Take all the time you need.
So the highlight of the show is the lobster tail and mussels. The mussels themselves were poached in white wine, lots of herbs, a little bit of fish stock. I then used the broth from that after they opened in my lemongrass shellfish broth, which is in the bottom of the plate there. That broth also had all the lobster heads and shells after I took it out. The mussels themselves and the lobster tail were poached in a soy butter. And then the third one is a rock crab fritter with a fingerling potato, finished with a soured basil pistou. Basil pistou.
Awesome job, Jeff.
A traditional pistou, but I finished it with a bunch of sour cream. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Competitor number 12. Thank you, Chef. Appreciate it very much. We will deliberate and we'll get going. So, ladies and gentlemen.
And reigning champion.
Exactly. Exactly. But now the pressure's off because the plate's in. and there's not much you can do about the changes.
No, absolutely.
All
So,
right.
ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up Heat 1 and 2 for the Garland Canada International Chef Challenge. Thank you all very much for coming back and joining us. Now, later on tonight, we'll be announcing the top 6.
That's right.
That are going to be moving on to tomorrow's heat. Tomorrow's heat is identical to these heats today, and then the top 2 will be coming back on Sunday and competing for a chance to win $10,000. So, ladies and gentlemen,
You were
that's
great,
it
folks.
from the Kitchen Stadium. Now let's throw it back to the main festival stage and kick off the Eastlink Kitchen Party. Let's hear it for the Love Junkies.
I didn't ask him.
Hello, everybody. We're the Love Junkies. How's it going? Good. Here's my story. It's sad but true. It's about a girl that I once knew. She took my love and ran around with every single guy in town. Hey, hey, whoa, 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 whoa.